Yeah, let them go, mate. Let them go.
Because it's going to be a bit hard on the fish, we'll start with the conversation. So you remember last week we were talking about the biomass within wetlands. So, just holding. So you can see that we use these spike nets, they're a scientific method for catching the fish, but also monitoring the turtle populations. So we get lots of turtles when we're coming through. Where's that one you've got? I'll show that.
Yeah, rainbow.
So one of the common features that we get in these wetlands here is just your normal yabbies. Obviously that's a highly valued resource for all of the community. Has been for thousands of years and still is today. But I just want to show you again the biomass. So this is one net set for 12 hours, and that's your amount of fish that's in there. So,
Going to lose the ball behind
and we're getting a higher biomass each year as it goes along. The native population of the fish in here is probably around 90%. And you'll remember, John, that at the end of the millennium drought we had the same thing in the Warcool, for about 90% of the population of fish were native. But I want to show you some of the different sorts. So you'll remember those drawings I showed you last week of Glandowski, where he's actually drawn Aboriginal women and they're going along with fine seine nets. So similar sort of mesh to that. And you can imagine in that productive wetland like here, that you're just handfuls and handfuls and handfuls and handfuls of fish. These are all native. We've also got shrimp. 2 species of shrimp there. And I want to show you what would have been. So these would have been like in Asia we call them blackfish, so they're like your lesser quality, but they would have been the staple. And then you would have had these more highly prized fish that I was talking about last week.
What is that?
So these ones, they're what we classify as a whitefish. But this is the little Murray Darling Rainbow. You get big schools of those coming through. Now that would have been highly prized. You can imagine you had these massive schools of them coming through, and you'd just be cooking them up, basically. So you can see from the turtles, the yabbies, and all of those little fish, you'd be able to easily survive on that. Lewis, I've got a job for you.
Go get that boy. Go on.
And that basically shows,
You knew that was going to happen.
some of it.
You called it.
Just take a handful of these. They're all dying.
Once the wind got it,
We'll put them back in. But look at the colours on that rainbow fish there. So I'll put it actually in the tank. We'll let them swim around for a bit.